TEDxFargo is a one-day event in our community where people gather to hear ideas that are worth spreading, like our cookie dough truck idea.
Exactly. I still like the non-alcoholic dog beer too. But anyways, here to talk about the upcoming event is Annie Wood and Andy Mouse. To both of you, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
So everybody that's seen TEDx loves it, but maybe people that haven't heard about it, what exactly is TEDx?
Absolutely, happy to share. So TED is a nonprofit organization that's committed to ideas worth spreading. And a few years ago, they said, hey, there's all these people in their own communities who really want to host TED-like events. Let's find a way to make that happen. So back in the mid-2000s, a guy named Chris Anderson bought the brand and kind of said, hey, we want to spread this even further, that he believed that ideas had the power to change the world. And so they created TEDx, and the X stands for Independently Organized Event. And so TEDxFargo has been around for since 2012. So we've been doing events for the last few years. This year coming up is event number 8, because in the first couple of years we were really ambitious and we're doing a few events a year, and now we've kind of moved toward one really big event, one day a year.
And so this means it's not just like an invention. I mean, this is just new ideas that are out there that people are experts on and want to share with people.
Yeah, so what we do at our curation team really works toward figuring out what are people, or who are people with ideas that create new possibilities in our community. So if you've seen Little Free Libraries in Fargo, that was actually, we brought the founder of Little Free Library back in 2013, had him host a small workshop at the DIY Wood Studio, built a few Little Free Libraries. We had them installed in some low-income neighborhoods in Fargo, and then we started to see them popping up all over Fargo after he gave his talk to our crowd that year. And then our curation team also tries to think about who have ideas that can help solve challenges and problems in our community. So I like to call the curation team the brain trust. I don't know if they like it, but I like it because I think it's funny. And so they get together, they meet a few times a year, really trying to think about what are those things that we want to see happen in Fargo? What are those things that can help improve the lives of people in our community? And how can we find the experts either locally, nationally, or globally to bring to Fargo to share?
And one of the things that I think is great, and correct me if I'm wrong, but when you live in this Twitter world, I mean, you get like, what, 15 minutes to speak, or it's a limited amount of time, correct?
Yeah, so we curate speakers have different sets of time. There is like a maximum time limit that TED has a bunch of rules that we have to follow. And so I think the maximum is like 16 minutes that anyone could speak. So we do try to kind of trim them down a little bit further than that so we can put more people on the stage.
I was going to say, you didn't give me that much.
I know.
I'm now mentally making my talk longer.
So what are you going to be talking about?
Well, I'm actually, I think if you talk to some people anyway, they would think about the arts as being perhaps a luxury, or maybe a step further, maybe something that's nice. But I'm actually going to be talking about arts and arts organizations as being actual community and individual problem solvers.
Wow.
And
I'm flipping the script a little bit.
Who you are exactly, so people understand that where you work, what you do, and why this is your expertise.
Yeah, I'm director and CEO of Plains Art Museum here in Fargo. Dedicated my life to understanding the arts as both an artist and an arts administrator, as both an advocate, but also as someone who sees the power that something has and is trying to understand it as best I can. And there's some really great science to back up what I'm going to be talking about as well. So it's not, it's not an opinion piece so much as it is really trying to bridge some understanding.
Right. Give it education too. Yeah. I think that's one of the biggest things. Is it's just something that people are going to become so much more educated on a number of different topics. So we'll continue to talk about TEDx after a quick break.